Look at this stone. So smooth, so polished, it feels cool and comforting in your hand. But this isn't how it started. This stone, like us, has a story of immense pressure, relentless change, and ultimately, profound transformation. Imagine this stone not as it is now, but as it once was, a part of a towering mountain, a jagged peak. We start our lives often with sharp edges, perhaps a bit naive, unweathered by life's harsher realities. We feel solid, impenetrable, standing tall in our own landscapes. This is us before the onset of chronic illness, before conditions like fibromyalgia, ankylosing spondylitis, or any of the myriad challenges and diseases that profoundly alter our existence. Then the forces begin, intense internal pressure and heat, much like the Earth's own deep metamorphism, start to fundamentally change the very composition of who we are. Life's storms, health crises, setbacks, the relentless nature of pain begin to break us down. This isn't just surface level change, it's a deep internal restructuring of our being. We begin to slow, often painful descent from that mountain peak. If you're finding these geological parallels helpful for your own understanding of your own journey, you might be interested in my other video on geological processes as metaphors for mental health. You'll find a link to it in the description below. As we tumble from the heights, we enter the river of life with chronic illness. It carries with it fierce currents of chronic pain, debilitating fatigue, and the pervasive reality of disability. Each day can feel like being tossed and turned, relentlessly ground against other stones, against the riverbed itself. It's a constant, unyielding erosion, a pervasive pressure that rarely lets up. This is the reality of chronic illness, isn't it? The unending ache, the unpredictable flares, the mental fog that clouds your thoughts. The emotional landscape, fault lines, and grief. This constant grinding, this relentless weathering, isn't just physical. It takes a profound toll on our mental health. There's the immense frustration of a body that simply doesn't cooperate. But often, there's also a deep, aching grief for the life you thought you would lead. That vibrant vision of the future, unburdened and carefree, can feel utterly lost, leaving behind a raw, empty space. This is a valid pain, a profound loss, and one we absolutely need to acknowledge and allow ourselves to grieve and heal from. Living with chronic illness can feel like living on a fault line. There's constant underlying tension and then sudden, intense flares or setbacks, like an unexpected earthquake that shakes the foundations of your very existence. These ruptures can be incredibly painful, disruptive, and isolating when others don't understand your invisible struggles. They can chip away at your sense of self, your hope, your joy. Yet something remarkable happens in this relentless process. Over millennia of pressure, of tumbling, of being polished by the very forces that sought to break it, the stone doesn't disappear. It transforms. Its sharp edges are worn away, not leaving it diminished, but making it exquisitely smooth and resilient. It has undergone a magnificent metamorphosis. This smoothness, this quiet strength is analogous to the profound wisdom that emerges from a lifetime of suffering and growth with chronic illness. We become witnesses to our own inner geology. We learn profound lessons in patience, in acceptance, and in resilience. Sometimes these profound lessons even come from the raw edges of anger or the relentless tremor of anxiety, which are unfortunately also part of this complex process. Accepting these difficult emotions, not fighting them, is often where the deeper crystallization of understanding begins. We learn to navigate the currents, to find moments of stillness amidst the chaos. Embracing the transformation, self-love, and post-traumatic growth. The experience of living with chronic pain can force us to look inward, to truly examine the deeper structures of our being. It can lead us to discover practices like meditation, finding moments of peace even when our bodies are in turmoil. It teaches us to prioritize what truly matters, to cherish small joys, and to cultivate a deeper sense of empathy for ourselves and others. Most importantly, it teaches us to love ourselves, to love yourself, because self-care matters. It's not a luxury. It is essential for navigating this journey. This transformation, often called post-traumatic growth, shows that from profound change and strength can emerge. These stones, in their silent endurance, hold the history of their journey. They are beautiful, not despite the immense pressure they faced, but precisely because of it. And so too are we. Our experiences with chronic illness, while incredibly challenging, can forge within us a profound depth, a unique perspective, and a quiet, undeniable strength. We become in our own way polished and metamorphosed by life's river, bearing the marks of our journey with grace and wisdom. These stones, in their silent endurance, hold the history of their journey. They are beautiful, not despite the immense pressure they faced, but precisely because of it. And so too are we. Our experiences with chronic illness, while incredibly challenging, can forge within us a profound depth, a unique perspective, and a quiet, undeniable strength. We become in our own way polished and metamorphosed by life's river, bearing the marks of our journey with grace and wisdom.